Hello everyone, welcome to Salesforce Network, Salesforce Developer Trigger Scenarios. So in the continuation of trigger scenarios, we are going to create a new trigger that prevents the creation of duplicate leads based on email addresses. So here the trigger would be preventing if someone is creating a duplicate lead on the behalf of email address. So here we are finding the duplicate lead on behalf of email address. So suppose here I am taking an example like I had created a lead by the email ID abc@gmail.com, and again if I am going to create one more lead by the same email ID abc@gmail.com, so it should have to display a message that this email ID is already existing, you can't create the duplicate lead. So this activity we are going to prevent by writing a trigger. So in this case the object would be a lead object. So on the lead object we have to prevent the duplicate leads. What will be the events for this trigger? So before someone is inserting the lead, or also if someone is modifying the existing lead. So event would be whenever we are creating a new lead, or whenever we are updating the existing lead. So it should be on before event, and the DML operation what we are going to perform on insertion and updation. What will be the logic or condition we have to write in this trigger? So here we have to check if the email address already exists. So if that particular email ID what we are going to insert, if that is existing into the database of lead object, then we have to throw an error message, or we have to prompt a message that this lead is going to be duplicate on the behalf of email address. Next we have to write the trigger name. So here we are taking the trigger name like prevent duplicate leads. So it should be like relevant to the problem statement. Next, for the best practice we have to write the test class as well. So here we are taking the test class name prevent duplicate leads test. So let's do this. So to do the practical, first we need to log in to our Salesforce account by providing the credentials. So to write the trigger we need to click on setup, developer console, right click, open link in new tab. So here our developer console is. So to write the trigger, first we need to click on file, new, apex trigger. So here we have to provide the trigger name. In our case we are taking like prevent duplicate leads, and on which object we have to write this trigger. So this would be lead object. So from here we have to select lead, hit the submit button. So by default we are getting trigger name what we had provided, prevent duplicate leads, on which object we are writing the trigger. So lead object, and what are the events. So before we are going with before event, and what the DML operation we are going to perform before insertion and before updation, before update. So this trigger is we are going to write before insert and before update. Whenever a new lead is getting created or when someone is modifying the existing lead, then this trigger will fire. So first I am going to take the collection set of a string. So here I am taking email set equals new set of a string. So what I am doing here, let's put the comment. So in this set I am holding all the email addresses from the incoming leads to check for duplicates. Set to hold all email addresses from the incoming leads to check for duplicate. Next I am going to write for lead, new lead, trigger dot new. So for this, if new lead dot email is not equals null, then I am adding into this email set dot add new lead dot email, and also I am using two lowercase to make the email into lowercase. Put the semicolon. Next I am going to check whether there are existing leads. So for this I am writing list of existing leads equals select id comma email from lead where email in email set. Put the semicolon here. So here what I am doing, put the comment as well. So here checking if there are existing leads with the same email address. Check if there are existing leads with same email address. Next I am going to create a set to hold emails of existing leads. So here I am going to create a set of string. So it is holding the duplicate emails equals new set of string. So what I am doing here, put the comment, create a set to hold emails of existing leads found in the query. So next I am going to write for lead, existing lead, for lead, existing lead, and iterating for this existing leads and adding the duplicate email dot add existing lead dot email, and also I am putting it into the lowercase, so using two lowercase function and putting the semicolon. So what I am doing here, put the comment, adding the emails from the query results to the duplicate emails set. Add the emails from the query result to duplicate email set. Duplicate email set. Next I am going to write for lead, new lead, trigger dot new. So here if this new lead dot email is not equals to null and duplicate email dot contains new lead dot email dot to lower case new lead dot add error, single quotes lead with this email address already exist. Save this lead. So also here we have to put the comment. What I am doing here, looping the new lead again and checking if all the email already exist. Loop through the new lead again and check if any of the emails already exist. So it's done. So from the scratch, let's see what we are doing in this trigger. So trigger name is prevent duplicate leads. So this is the trigger name. On which object we are writing this trigger? On lead object. What is the event we are using? So this is before. So whenever the new lead is getting inserted, or if someone is updating or modifying the existing leads. So before insert and before update. In the next line we are writing set of string email set equals new set of string. So this set to hold all email addresses from the incoming leads to check for the duplicate. Next line we are writing for lead new lead trigger.new. If the new lead dot email is not equals to null, then we are adding in this email set new lead dot email dot to lowercase function we are using to make the lead into lowercase. Then we are writing list of lead existing leads equals select id email from lead where email in email set. So this query we are writing for checking if there are existing leads with the same email address. Next again we are taking a new set of string duplicate email equals new set of string. So this set holds email of existing leads found in the query. So in this existing leads, if it is finding, then it is going to hold duplicate email. For lead existing lead, so existing leads, this one we are iterating and we are adding in duplicate email. So dot add existing lead dot email to lowercase. Again we are using the function to make the email id in lowercase. So here we are adding the emails from the query result to duplicate email set. So this duplicate email. Next we are writing for lead new lead trigger.new if new lead dot email is not equals to null, and also if duplicate email contains new lead dot email to lowercase function we are using to make the lead into lowercase. Then new lead dot add error we are displaying the message lead with this email address already exist. Save this trigger. Also, for the best practice, we have to write the test class. So here I am going to write the test class, file, new, apex class. So here I am going with the name, prevent duplicate leads test. Click OK. So public class prevent duplicate leads test. So to make this class as a test class, we have to annotate @is test. Then again we are going to write @is test static void test prevent duplicate leads. So here I am going to create new lead with a specific email address. So for that I am going to write lead1 equals new lead, and in this I am passing last name equals test lead, and company equals test company, and email I am providing test@example.com, putting the semicolon at the end. So what I am doing here, so put the comment over here, create new lead, with a specific email address. So next I am going to insert this particular lead. Insert lead1. So put the comment over here, insert the lead. So this will invoke the trigger. Next I am going to create one more lead. So I am going to copy this one only, and making the essential changes. So lead 2 I am going to provide new lead, last name I am providing test lead new, and the company test company new, and with the email address I am intentionally making the same email address, test@example.com. So here what I am doing, put the comment test case where new lead with same email address, test case where new lead with same email address. Next, I am going to write test.startTest start test. So from here test begins. So here I am putting the try block, try, and then I am putting the catch, DML exception, E, so in the try block what I am doing, here I am inserting the lead 2, insert this lead, put the semicolon, so next what I am going to do, so here I am going to write test.start test. Here I am putting the try block, and then I am writing the catch block, catch, DML exception, E, and in the try block I am writing insert lead 2. Putting the semicolon, and here I am displaying a message, system.assert, in bracket I am putting false, comma, and passing a message duplicate, lead throw an error, then in the catch block I am writing system.assert, and here I am putting e.getMessage, dot contains, and in this I am putting the message lead with this email address already exist, putting the semicolon at the end. And finally here writing test dot stop test. Put the semicolon here. So here I am getting the error. What is this? Method does not exist or incorrect. Signature void get message from type DML exception. So here is a typo mistake, e message. So it's done. So what we are doing here, put the comment start the test and catch expected error. So save this. So what we are doing in this test class, public class prevent duplicate leads test. So here we are using @is test annotation and writing static void test prevent duplicate leads. So first we are creating a new lead by writing lead1 equals new lead, and here we are passing the last name as test lead company, test company, and email test@example.com. So this is creating a lead with a specific email address. Next we are inserting the lead one what we had created over here. This will invoking the trigger, and again we are creating a new lead by the name lead 2, and here in the last name we are providing test lead new company, test company new, and here we are going with test@example.com, the same email address what we had provided earlier in lead 1. So next we are writing test.startTest, and in this try block inserting lead 2, this one, then system.assert false duplicate lead throw an error, and in the cache block DML exception e system.assert e.get message contains lead with this email address already exists, and here we are stopping the test. So save this test class. So at the right side we are seeing a run test. So simply click on this, it's success, and again coming to our trigger. So this one, here is a code coverage, there is a drop down, click on this drop down. So all test 100%. So these are the lines which are covered into our test class. So also let's check whether it is working properly or not. So coming to our org, so let's open here lead. So on the lead object I am trying to create a new lead. So click on new. So here I am going with the lead last name as test lead 1 and providing the company test company 1 mandatory details for this. So it's done. Then we are going to put the email ID. So here I am putting test@test.com. So this is the email address what we are providing for the first time for test lead 1, and again I am going to create one more lead. So click save and new. So first lead is successfully created. So let's also cross verify that particular lead. So this is test lead 1, company is test company 1, and email is test@test.com. So again I am going to create one more lead. So here I am taking the name test lead 2, and here test company 2, and I am going to provide the same email address what I had provided for the first lead. So let's see what is going to happen here. So simply click on save. So it is throwing an error like similar records exist. This record looks like an existing record. Make sure to check and potential duplicate records before saving. View duplicates. So the record you are about to create looks like a duplicate. Open an existing record instead. So we had already created a lead by this email address. So close this. Again cancel this. So next what I am going to do, next again I am going to create one more lead. So test lead 3 and company test company 3, and here I am going to provide the email address new @test.com. So now I am going with the different email address. So click save. So now I am able to create the lead. So if someone is creating a lead by the email address which are existing into the database, so in that situation they are getting a message like you are going to create a duplicate lead on behalf of email address. Also again I am going to click on this details. So here test lead 3, test company 3, and this email address I am going to edit and making as the first test lead what I had created. So in the first lead what I had created right now, test@test.com. So again just I am trying to make this email as I had already provided. So click on save. So again I am getting a message that review the error on this page, lead with this email address already exists. So in both the cases, if someone is trying to create a lead by the duplicate email, he is getting the message, and again if someone is trying to edit the particular lead and he is trying to update the lead as existing lead email address, So again he is not able to do this. So it's done. So like this we are writing the trigger for preventing the duplicate leads on behalf of email address. Thank you.